In this particular video, we will look into the details of dicot root. Now, some details of dicot root we had covered in earlier video. If we look into the structure of dicot root, the outermost layer is the epidermis, which is called as epiblema, which had root hairs present on it. Below this epidermis is cortex. In the case of roots, hypodermis is absent and it will just have some layers of general cortex and a single layer of endodermis. Now, the structures till endodermis we had discussed in earlier video. In this particular video, we will continue into the structures which are present inside the endodermis. So, all the structures which are present inside endodermis are collectively called as stele. So, we can say that stele will have pericycle included in it. There will be vascular bundles and there will be central pith in it. So, these part will constitute the stele. Now, looking into these parts one by one, the first part is the pericycle. Now, the pericycle will be present below the endodermis layer. It will have few layers of thick-walled parenchyma cells. Another point important about pericycle in the case of dicot roots is that initiation of both lateral roots and vascular cambium that will happen from these pericycle cells, and that is how secondary growth occurs in the case of dicot roots. Now, after this pericycle, the next are the vascular bundles. Now, vascular bundles in the case of roots are always radial. That is, xylem and phloem will be present on different radii, and in this diagram also we can see that these reddish structures which are shown, these are the xylem and the different colored purple colored cells are the phloem, and these are present on different radii, and that is why the condition is radial. In the case of dicot root, if we look into the patches of xylem and phloem, then usually we have 2 to 4 patches which are present. In this diagram, if we see, we can clearly see 4 patches present over here. So, this is the tetrarch condition which is shown in this particular diagram, but there can be 2 to 4 patches which can be present in different dicot roots. Now, in the case of xylem, we call the xylem as exarch. Exarch or endarch condition is determined on the basis of protoxylem. If protoxylem is present outside, metaxylem is present inside, we call it exarch condition, and if protoxylem is present inside and metaxylem is present outside, we call it endarch condition. In this particular diagram, we can see that protoxylem is present outside and metaxylem is present inside. So, that is why exarch condition is present over here. Next, we talk about the vascular cambium or the cambium ring. Now, in the case of dicot root, initially there will be no cambium ring which will be present, but later when the time of secondary growth comes, then this cambium ring or vascular ring will come, and that is how secondary growth will occur in the case of dicot roots. After this vascular bundle, we come to tissue which is called as conjunctive tissue. Now, conjunctive tissue has parenchymatous cells, and these cells lie between xylem and phloem, and these are called as conjunctive tissue. The last tissue which is present over here is called as pith. Pith is obviously this central portion which is present. This will be the pith, and in the case of dicot roots, pith is very small or it is not well developed. So, that is the overall structure of dicot roots.